Hello, everyone. I want to say happy crypto new year to you. And mainly because I don't post on Sundays, and tomorrow is the last day of the year. Plus, in half of the world, it's already Sunday. That's right. So, happy crypto new year, everyone. And we've accomplished a lot this year. Indeed, we defeated SEC in both the Ripple and Grayscale cases, so he had to run home with his tail between his legs in both those cases. We've laid the groundwork for a Bitcoin ETF. Some of you might not like that because you don't want big money to come into crypto, but for most of us, we like that because we want to make money in crypto. More people have gotten into crypto, even though it is via meme coins, and we've turned around. That's right, we're 2.5x up on Bitcoin, and most altcoins are up since the beginning of the year. We've also got acknowledgement from certain countries. Obviously, El Salvador was last year, but we might get acknowledgement from Taiwan, Brazil, and maybe even some other countries in the coming year. So we're doing very, very well, folks. People are adopting more crypto, and even critics like Jamie Dimon, his company, JP Morgan, is one of the first people to try to buy into the ETF. So despite what they say underneath, they love the crypto, and they can't help but want in on the crypto, and who can blame them? It's a lot of money they're missing if they're not. And we also have secured almost $100 million in lobbying money. So we can bribe along with the rest of them, including the financial industry and the pharmaceutical industry. Our lobbying power is just as strong, which means we have more leverage against the likes of Elizabeth Warren and Gary Gensler, who are constantly trying to destroy crypto. And we have more crypto senators on our side than ever. Yes, we have people both in the Senate and the House of Representatives. So things like the Restrict Act most likely will not get passed. By the way, if you didn't really know about that act, it's trying to get rid of VPNs and a lot of other anti-privacy stuff. A lot of it is targeted at crypto, and everyone on both sides of the aisle seems to be against it, from the ACLU, which is an extremely left-leaning group for the most part, to AOC's even against it, and she's also a very much left-leaning politician. So that's not going to actually get passed anytime soon. We are breaking down the barriers. Other countries are accepting it as a use case. It's getting more widespread across the entire world. And DEX volume has actually surpassed CEX volume as well. So people are getting more used to the DEX side of things, and the use is finally becoming more decentralized, at least supposedly. I can't promise that all the DEXs are actually decentralized. Not really something I can guarantee. However, there are still a lot of things we need to work on. Scams, for one, and part of it does come with the industry because it is going to be less regulated than other industries. But we do need to root out the bad players in our system because it does make the industry look more like a joke when other people look at it. And if we want it to be seen as not a joke, we need to clean the act up. And that means more than just getting rid of the scammers. We need to actually audit better and look at inside jobs more. And that requires all the chains out there to actually look at their code more to prevent insiders from writing too many hacks and stealing people's money. We also need more safeguards within the industry itself. So there's a lot of things that actually we do need to work on. And in some places, we do actually need to work with regulatory compliance, obviously. We need to have more broad appeal so we can even increase our political power even further to actually get crypto out to the masses. And we do need to look at some use cases where there's actually crypto adoption in industry. There's some of that already, but there does need to be more of it. And we do need people to wake up and realize that DeFi is the real purpose of crypto. It was the real purpose of crypto in the beginning, although Bitcoin wasn't built for it. If you're trying to make an economy outside of the traditional economy, you need all the functions of the traditional economy that are not controlled by the central bank. That includes lending, borrowing, yields, interest and everything else. It can't just be a system of transactions because that does not create an economy. That's just a small part of the economy. You need the rest of that in there too to actually get people to embrace the economy. You need like basically Wall Street without the Wall Street. You basically need like all the functions of Wall Street, but not centralized with the big companies and not centralized with Wall Street. That's the challenge we're actually going for. That's the goal we should be aiming for. Not just, oh my God, my crypto is being used by Walmart or this bank or something. That was never the purpose of crypto in the first place. I mean, it doesn't really matter if you're just trying to make money, but those companies really aren't really pumping the price anyways, and their usage is never going to be enough to pump up the price. But building this new grand economy that's more inclusive, hopefully without so many scams, and also like that everyone can participate in without a lot of red tape, that should be the goal. Once it gets big enough, countries can't actually ban it because smaller countries will always want to take advantage of it, and then everyone else eventually will actually fall in line with the new economy. But we have a lot of work to do. It's going to take several years, but 2024 is actually looking very, very bright. Yes, countries are trying to go with KYC AML, and I think crypto is going to have to ascend to that sooner or later. But just because you're KYC AML does not mean that the big banks and institutions have to control all of crypto. They just kind of know they can know who's trading, but that does not mean BlackRock or JP Morgan owns all those cryptos. So I think people are getting that as a mistake. There's a lot of things we've done this year that's good, a lot of things that we actually need to work on, but I am very, very positive for 2024. I have no doubt that we'll get some of those things done. So once again, happy Crypto New Year, and I will see you on January 1st.